Oops, we got cut off just a little bit there at the end of part A, which of course all of this is part A. I should have labeled that part A. Every last bit of it, right? All right, so basically the evidence suggests that the proportion of individuals who feel everyone has an equal opportunity to obtain a quality education in the U.S. is different for at least one level of education. Okay, some people feel differently, especially if you have more education, you might feel, for example, that there's more access to it. Okay, so now we need to answer the other question they had, which is, let me go back to the problem really quick. Construct a conditional distribution of opinion by level of education and draw a bar graph of the conditional distribution. What role does that play? All right. Well, I showed this a little bit in the, oops, there's my copy and paste of all that. So I'm going to put it down here, further down. Actually, I really don't need all of this. I'm just going to scroll down here. Make a conditional distribution by level of education. Right, that's what it said to do. So I can just merge all of that. All right, so what you're going to do is you're going to take the yes and the no, and you're going to divide each one by the level of education. By the total in the yes-no row. By column. I'm losing my brain. All right, so let me just do it and you'll see. Okay, so you want to take 302, I'm going to divide it by 385. And it occurs to me right now that I think I did it the opposite way. I did it wrong in the lecture notes. I might have to make a comment about that, but that's all right. So it's not really that different. It's just by row instead of by column. So the answers are different, and they do have a, oops, sorry. It's 551 divided by 751. That C14 thing I don't need. And so on. And I can pull that down. Oops, that's right. It had to be, oop, hold on one second. There we go. I had to fix that. All right, nope, there. So it's C3 divided by C5. And then I'm going to do equals D3 divided by D5. I mean, it's the same values, right? And so on. Hold on 1 second. There we go. All finished out. Okay, so I've basically found how many were in this cell divided by that cell, and then this cell divided by that cell, and so on. And you can sit there and type it all up if you want. Okay, and then I believe they want us to detect the differences. Let's see here. Construct a conditional distribution and draw a bar graph of that conditional distribution. See right there? Okay, so let's go back here. So I highlight the data. I'm going to go to Insert. Oops, I must have highlighted it wrong. Hold on. There we go. Insert, column. Pick that column. And there we go. There's the yeses, there's the nos, high school, and so on. Right, then they ask us to answer a question, which is, where do you see significant differences? Which you kind of could tell from up here anyway. Right, the observed minus expected, that portion. Right, you can kind of see where some of the big differences are, theoretically speaking. But you can really see it when you look here. Look at that. Less than high school. See that? Okay, so they ask us, what role does education appear to play in beliefs about access to a quality education? All right, well, look. The more educated you are, the more you believe what? That you don't have access to higher education. And it's interesting to look at the junior college, which of course is a community college, like where I teach. Junior college believes in it the least, right? People in junior college maybe have other issues that might contribute to them feeling that education is not fair and not equal to all. All right, so let me write this up in a sentence. There we go. So people with lots of education tend to believe that access to education in the U.S. is not very fair, especially the junior college people. Note, junior college graduates believe that access is the most unfair. Let's put it that way. Or most believe access is unfair. Let's put it that way.